Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we're gonna study point number 3, which is al-i'rabu. Before we studied point number 2 was halatul kalimati, the state of the word, whether the word is morab or mabni. And before that we studied in point number 1 for about the word. That point number 1 was tahdidu noil kalimati, determining the kind of the word, whether the word is ism, fi'l or harf. So and today we're gonna study what is i'rab. So al-i'rabu huwa al-halatul lati tu'abbiru. So i'rab, this is the state, halat allati, which tu'abbiru anha al-alamatu, which the sign expresses about it. The sign expresses about the state. So this verb is abbara yu'abbiru, to express. So a sign expresses that state. Allati taqau fi akhiril kalimati, the one that falls or that takes place at the end of the word. So the sign at the end of the word that expresses the state, which is called al-i'rab. So this verb is waqa'a yaqa'u, to fall or occur or take place, form 1. And then what happens? Watuhaddidu. So this verb is haddada yuhaddidu, to determine. And then this sign that falls at the end of the word, which expresses the state, which is called i'rab. And what it does, it determines mawqi'aha, its place, min al jumlati, in the sentence, which means ay tuhaddidu wazifataha fiha, which and that means that it determines its function in it. So the change that is happening at the end of the word in a sentence, which expresses the state, which is called i'rab, and that change that determines the function of the word in the sentence. وهذه العلامة لا بد أن يتسبب فيها عامل معين. And this sign must have been, so this verb is sababa yatasabbabu, to cause a result. So this change of the sign must have been caused by the amilun muayyanun, some specific agent amil that has caused this change. Walamma kana mawqi'ul kalimati yataghayyaru, and because the place of the word changes, yataghayyaru so this verb is taghayyara yataghayyaru, to change. And because the place of the word changes, hasabal manal muradi, depending on the intended meaning, kama tataghayyarul awamilu, with the change of the awamil, fa inna alamat al-i'rabi tatagayyaru kazalika. So likewise the sign of the i'rab also changes. This example will clarify that what we have studied so far. Wafil jumlati sabiqati, and in the previous sentence, in the last time we studied this sentence, Zahaba Muhammadun ilal madinati sabbahan, Muhammad went to the city in the morning. Nara, so we see kalimata Muhammadun, the word Muhammad, this word marfu'atan bidammati, is marfu by damma. Wahiya alamatu i'rabiha, and this is the sign of its i'rab. Allati dallat ala mawqi'iha, allati, which, dallat, so this is the verb, dalla yadullu, to indicate, and dallat because this is the feminine word. So this is the sign of the i'rab, which indicates ala mawqi'iha, indicates its place, or wazifatiha, or its function, which we studied here, that this determines its place and it's the function. So this alamat of the i'rab, which indicates its place or the function, and what is that state or the function? وَهِيَ كَوْنُهَا fa'il, that this is fa'il. So Muhammad, when we see Muhammadun marfu bid dhamma, that indicates its function, which is a fa'il. For kalimatu Muhammadun, so the word Muhammad here al-morabu is morab, means it declines. Wal fe'lu dahaba, and this verb, this fail dahaba huwa al-amil, and this is the amil, this is the agent, that governing agent that is causing this to be marfu bid dhamma, because zahaba needs a fa'il and Muhammadun is the one that is fulfilling the need of the fa'il, and the sign dhamma at the end of the word that expresses that this is the fa'il, that shows its function, which is fa'il. Wal fe'lu dahaba huwa al amil, so the verb dahaba is the amil, is the governing agent. Wa dhammatu alamatul i'rabi, and which is causing the dhamma of, which is the sign of the i'rab. Wakazalika, and similarly kalimatul madinati, this verb madina, ismun majrurun, is majrur bil kasrati, with the kasra, fahuwa morab, and this is morab, this is this has a decline. Wal amilu huwa al harfu ila, and this declension to kasra is happened because of the word which is preposition ila. So ila is the amil which is making this ism majrur. Wal kasratu, and the kasra is the alamatul i'rabi, is the sign of the i'rab. And likewise kalimatu sabahan, this verb sabahan, darfun mansubun bil fatah, this is adverb mansub by fatah, has a fatah. Wahiya ism morab, and this is ism morab, this also declines. Wal amil fihi, and this and the amil that is making it mansub is again dahaba, because just like dahaba needs a fa'il, sometime it also needs maf'ul bihi or a adverb, in this case darf. So this is the agent that making it mansub, because this is functioning as a adverb. Wal fathatu alamatul i'rabi, and the fatah sign at the end is the sign of the i'rab. Wa kullu ismin min hazihil asma'il murabati, and all these nouns from the morib, all these morib nouns mamulun lil, so they, all these morib nouns that we have seen here, Muhammadun, al-Madina and Sabahan, all these are mamulun, these are governed, mamul lil amili by an amil, which is, so mamul is, mamul we can say governed element by the amil, which is the amil which has made them, which has changed them. Allazi amila fihi al-arabu, that has made that change in the i'rab. So fal i'rabu, so then i'rab is then lahu arkanun la budda an takuna muhitan. So i'rab is then the pillars, arkan, la budda an takuna muhitan, that, so muhitan means to cover, to encompass, that must encompass biha in the Arabical kalimati. So i'rab is then the pillars that must be that must encompass the i'rab of the word wahiya. So in other words, al-i'rab is actually the study of these pillars, which are number one al-amil, which is amil, number one amil, which we studied, that the verb zahaba or ila, this is working, this is acting as an amil. Wa huwa allazi yajlibul alamata, and this is the one So this verb is jalaba yajlibu, to bring, produce. So amil is the one which is bringing the change of the sign, which is bringing the sign or producing the sign. And in our example, zahaba and or ila, they both are amil. That is one pillar. And then number 2 is the mamulun. This is the second pillar. Wahuwa al kalimatul lati taqau fi akhiri hal alamatu. This is the word where the that taqau fil akhiri hal alamatu, that this is the word that has the at its end the sign which is being governed by this amal. So mamulun in this example, Dhahaba Muhammadun ilal Madinati Sabahan, amil was the Dhahaba and ila, and mamul is this amil is impacting the words which is Muhammadun, al Madina and Sabahan. So these three are mamul. And then the third pillar is mawqi'un, the place. Wahuwa allazi yuhaddidu manal kalimati, and this place, this is the one which determines the meaning of the word, i.e. wazifataha, which means its function. Mislu, like al-fa'iliyati wal-mafuliyati wal-zarfiyati. So the place is actually which determines the function of the word, like if it is a fa'il, maful, or adarf, wagairiha, or others. And number 4, alamatun, the sign. Wahiya alamatu tarmuzu ila kulli mawqi'in. So this verb is ramaza yarmuzu, to symbolize. So alamat is the one that symbolizes all the kulli mawqi'in, all the places, ala ma tarifu fi abwabin nahbi, that you know it in the study, in the abwab, in the chapters of grammar. So this word mawqi'un, subject, fa'il Muhammadun, sabahun, adverb sabahan. So this is the mawqi', and the alamat is fatha dhamma kasra. Fatha dhamma kasra, this is the alamat. So in other words, i'rab should cover muhit, these four pillars. So in other words, I mean, if I explain the difference between a word, a sentence in English with the sentence in Arabic. In English, the order of the words that describes the meaning. For example, if we say the dog bit the man, the dog is the fa'il and man is the maf'ul who got bitten. So the dog, he's the one who bit the man. Now if we change the position of the man with the dog, so if we change dog with the man and man with the dog, the man bit the dog, so the sentence changes. Now man becomes the fa'il and dog becomes the maf'ul. So in the second example, the man is the one who bit the dog. Now in Arabic this works differently. Is the order does not decide the meaning, but the vowel marks or the ending of the word, that is the one that describes the meaning of the sentence. For example, when we say Sa'al al muallimu at-taliba, the teacher muallim asks the student. So we see here muallim is a fa'il because it has a dhamma, and at-taliba is maf'ul because it has a fatha at the end, and sala is the verb. So muallim is the one who asks the student. Now if we change the i'rab, if we change the ending of the word, muallimu to muallima and taliba to talibu, now talibu becomes the fa'il and muallim becomes the maf'ul. So in the second example, the student is the one who asks the question to Muallim. So in Arabic, even with the same order, the meaning change, because the meaning, they don't depend on the order, but they depend on the vowel signs, the ending of the marks at the end of the word. So that is this all about. And there is a note here, malhuz laysa min hadafi hadhal kitabi. So the purpose of this book is not taqdeemu mu'alajatin nazariyatin. So the purpose of this book is not to present the theoretical treatment, but lakinnana nalfitu. So this verb is lafata yalfitu, to turn attention. So the purpose is, our purpose is, we turn attention ila annal amila, that the amil unsurun johariyun. So unsur is the element, johariyan means essential or fundamental. So the writer is saying the purpose of this book is not to describe, to present the theoretical treatment, but to point out or to focus or to turn attention that on the amal, that amal is unsurun johariyun, is a very important, fundamental, is very essential element fil fikrin nahwiyil arabiyyi, in the Arabic grammatical thought. So that is all about what is I'rab, and just a brief summary of the I'rab. And now we're gonna study, we'll study next time alamatul I'rab, what are the signs of the I'rab. So I'm gonna stop it here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.